Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm gonna go over some sport mode stuff. So I did get a few questions on some of my videos about sport mode and what I think about it for daily riding and just like general thoughts about how it performs and everything. So let me go ahead and find an open stretch of road here, and I'll go ahead and continue to talk about it. Alright guys, so let me go ahead and switch this into sport mode here. And we'll crack off and we'll crack back on. So as you can see, I don't use this very often, but she zips, dog, she zips. And there is, if you crack on it too hard, it limits you. It holds itself back a little bit. You can feel it in the throttle response, which is fine. Like, you don't want to lose your back tire or anything, but yeah, it's just something to keep in mind when you're using sport mode. If you crack on it really hard, there is a bit of a limiting factor. I've noticed that. So it's just something to keep in mind. And then as far as stop and go traffic, stop signs, stop lights, that kind of thing, if you get used to playing with the clutch and babying the throttle in sport mode, then yeah, I'd say it's probably pretty good. But if you even give it the slightest like little pull, if you hit a bump or something, it'll really take you. And I don't think it's really meant for around town stuff at this point. At this juncture, I don't think that's what they had in mind for sport mode. I think sport mode is more for highway ripping and zipping across the interstate or whatever. But yeah, that's what I think sport mode is generally for. Or if you really feel like taking this to a track for some reason, yeah, you could do that too. Just keep in mind the throttle is very, very playful in this mode, and then I don't know, you can't really tell the difference there, but I can feel it. But yeah, so far that's my impression of sport mode. I'll slip it back in here. I think if you were in like a bit of a hairy situation and you really needed to get out of somewhere quick, this would do it for you. I mean, it pulls me back. It's crazy. I've never ridden a motorcycle that's done this to me before. And that's I've had a Buell Blast, I've had a Honda Shadow VLX 600, and I've had my Sportster 1200 that was on the channel in some of my earlier videos. So, given those bikes, yeah, I'd say something with 1800 cc's and crazy sport mode stuff, yeah, I'd say that's pretty expected for it to toss me back in my seat, because I'm not used to this kind of power. Yes, this guy's letting me go. All right, thank you. Anyway, yeah, that's my thought on sport mode for around town stuff. Now let's go find a highway and I'll show you guys, kind of how it operates there. I mean, it's more of the same, but I'll show you guys anyway. Alright, so we're getting on I-79 South, and we're gonna take a little scoot on the interstate. So let me go ahead and fiddle with this while we still have some time. Now, I'm not comfortable enough to put it in sport mode on the on-ramps here, just because it's so twitchy for me still. Gotta get used to it, but once we straighten out, we'll put it in sport mode. Straight enough. So as you guys can see, it rips pretty quick. It is, again, like I said, more responsive than the standard mode. You can definitely feel it. It makes you want to, you know, it yanks you back. Makes you want to hold on for dear life. But that's just my experience. I know other people have had plenty of experience on motorcycles. This is the biggest motorcycle I've ever had, by far. So this is my experience with the Indian Chief in sport mode. It certifiably rips. That's pretty much all I can say about it. It's crazy. It's probably the craziest thing I've ever experienced on a motorcycle before. And now, granted, I don't ride sport bikes and all that, so those might be like way crazier. And in fact, I know they are. It's just I've never been on them before, so, you know, I don't like the seating position on sport bikes. That's why I don't think I'll ever ride one. Putting my feet behind me just feels weird, so not something I'm, you know, into. But see, look, I'm coming in on this on-ramp here and I'm zipping. I got over in my lane, I got in front of everybody, and, you know, I'm far enough away from everybody that, you know, I don't need to worry about, you know, somebody coming up on me or anything, especially in sport mode. Now say you're in somebody's blind spot, all you gotta do is crack that thing and you're out of there. So yeah, that's just that's what sport mode is. It's if you want to get out of somewhere real quick, and it works. It certainly works. So that's about it, guys. That's all I got for the sport mode. So yeah, that's about it for sport mode, guys. It certifiably rips. It can get you out of hairy situations on the highway, or, you know, anywhere really. And yeah, it's generally pretty good, aside from, you know, little around town things, stoplights, stop signs, that kind of thing. If you really want to, I'm sure you could do it. I just would not be comfortable doing so, you know, ripping around town, feathering that clutch pretty much the entirety of your ride. But, you know, that's up to you. You know, if you get the Indian Chief and you want to rip around town in sport mode all day, you are absolutely free to do so. So yeah, that's about it, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.